Welcome to the channel, guys. I have been very busy out here in this field working, and we're getting ready to have a brand new mobile home. So modular home, call it whatever you want. We've ordered the unit and I'm doing all the dirt work, and the power, water, septic is all going in. And let me take you along and show you what I'm doing. So over there is the driveway that'll come up to the front of the house and the garage. This road here, I put down road fabric and brought in a bunch of gravel, and this is the path that the house will take to get onto its foundation. And it'll also give me access for a concrete truck, and I can come out here and not play in the mud, because this soil that we have it's terrible clay. So wanted to film the last couple of days, but it's been so foggy out here you couldn't even see 20 feet. I barely see the other end of the house. So let me just give you a walk around. So you can put these things on runners, or you can do a whole slab, or you can just pour a little concrete here and there, whatever the foundation calls for. I wanted a better foundation. So what we have here is, this is one frame rail for one half, and this will be the other frame rail for the other half. Out here I'm going to do a CMU block wall all the way around instead of skirting, and that'll allow me to backfill the house and set it in so it's not sticking way up out of the ground. You can see the elevation over here. We're right at about 4 foot. By the time this is all finished, I'm going to have 4 foot of foundation, and then the house. And we're not going to have a big tall porch. Be a circle driveway up here, and be nice flat access to come into the house. And then that gets us up high for our view out this direction. And so requirement per code is these 2 rebars, and they have to be continuous, meaning they have to overlap 2 feet, and these 2, and these 2, and those 2. So I'm running more rebar. I'm running these end footers, and this is going to be a lot stronger foundation. I already have a cabin on the property that's kind of sinking into the ground, and I don't want this thing to ever settle or move, so we've gone a little bit overkill. This house will be 72 by 30 foot, and then we're going to have a garage over here. So just finished tying all the rebar. I'm going around setting it all up on these dobies. It's probably a terrible angle with the sun. So these are called dobies. You can get them in different thicknesses. That just sets the rebar up so that it's in the middle of the concrete. It's not laying on the gravel. And they are very cheap. You can get enough to do this. I think was about $100 for enough to do this entire project. So this is number 4 rebar. Number 4 rebar gets overlapped 2 foot minimum, so I do them all about 25 inches. And it is very easy to bend. You don't need to buy a rebar bender. If you're a little bit handy, you can make one real easily. So this is my rebar bender that I built. This is just an old pulley I had, a piece of 1-inch square tube, and a little piece of angle iron. Let me show you how this works. So we'll take a piece of rebar. Don't quite have enough room to do that. And basically this little piece of angle iron, it's got enough room, enough gap that you can sneak the rebar in there. And you just line it up in that groove. And once I get about part way, just kind of grab it. Nothing to it. Now, if you're required to use 5 or 6 or bigger rebar, you might want to actually rent a bender. But, you know, you're just eyeballing that 90 and works out really good. So you could use just about anything. Use a chunk of pipe. You could use, you know, you could bend something to that shape, and works out pretty good. can also cut this stuff really easily with one of these DeWalt grinders, any grinder with a cutoff wheel. I'm not making a ton of cuts out here, so if I was doing a lot of cutting, I'd get a actual rebar cutter, but you can rent those really cheap or find one on Marketplace. So I'm all tied in. So these form boards, I lucked out. I had a neighbor that had a whole bunch of old lumber and stuff around her place that she wanted me to get rid of and burn for her. And all these boards were 10 and 12 inches wide. They were rough sawn, and they're all rotten on one side. So I was able to run all these boards through the table saw and cut them down to 5 3/4 inches, going for a 6-inch slab, and free form wood. So I don't care if I burn all of this after the concrete's poured. It'll work out great. It didn't cost me a whole bunch of money. So we'll go down here into the shadows. I've got, so this is geotextile or road cloth. I call it road fabric. It's super heavy duty, and when you put gravel on this, it doesn't sink in and you don't lose your gravel. Now, once the concrete trucks come in, pour the foundation, I'll get all my block in here. Once the house is set and finished, I'll come in here with the excavator, and I'll just very slowly with the clean out bucket pull all this gravel out of here, and it'll go up top to make my circle drive and to backfill the garage with. So I'm not going to waste this gravel. This is quite a bit of rock in here. So again, I'll peel all this road out of here, and we'll save all of that. So coming down here are our perk holes, and had a septic engineer come out, and he looked at everything, drew up my site plans, and got my permit with the county. This one's a little wet in the bottom, but they're surprisingly dry, being as we've had absolute flood weather. So from down here, you can see I'm just keeping everything kind of rolled in with the tracks and sealed in so it doesn't hold water. We don't want a bunch of great big puddles up here. Okay, so the reason there's gravel everywhere is because you don't want to be working in this goopy mud, and I'm doing this project in the middle of winter. Today is the 31st of December, and I'm out here working in a nice area. I got gravel. We're not getting tractors stuck, and works out really nice. Worth every penny of gravel. So I talked to my local PUD, and they brought me out a transformer base and these ends for my conduit. So we're going to run 2-inch conduit 700 feet that way, and we're going to run 3-inch conduit because the transformer steps the voltage down. You need bigger wire 200 feet that way, and then this will also feed my big shop and my smaller shop. We're going to put a 400 amp into them. So again, you can see there's a lot of gravel out here. This will be our new driveway. I don't know if you can see it, but way over there is Mount Rainier, and way over there is Mount St. Helens. They're kind of hiding in the fog today. So this will be our new driveway as this wall ramps up over here. I'll probably do rock. I don't know if I want to do a block wall, but I'll probably put a rock wall of some sort. And everything from over there flows this way, so it'll go completely away water-wise, and any rainwater out of this hillside will just run right down the edge of the driveway. Got my light tower out here so I can work in the dark, because that's honestly how most of this project has been accomplished, is out here in the dark. So right here will be our circle driveway. Once this is all backfilled, this will be the front door area. So pretty nice size for a circle driveway. We'll probably do some kind of a island in the middle, some kind of a water feature. And then this upper area, this is driveway grade, roughly. We're gonna do a big garage right here. And it's kind of hard to show. All kinds of deer tracks out here. They've been having a party. But kind of hard to see it on a GoPro, but that's our view. That's about a quarter of our view. If it wasn't foggy and cloudy, you would be seeing mountains in the background. So I just wanted to show a video. I haven't done any videos in months. I've been so dang busy between this and work and other projects. I just thought I'd get a camera out. The sun came out and we've got this beautiful little patch of weather, so I thought I'd make a quick video. Hope you guys like it. I'm gonna do video as we pour this foundation. I'm gonna do video of the block wall. I'm gonna do video of the delivery and the setup. And the main reason I'm filming this, I looked all over and I haven't found any great videos on how to set one of these homes into a hillside setting like this. Most people, I think, do kind of the bare minimum and slap them up, and it is what it is. And usually you've got 5 or 6 steps to get into the front of the house, which I don't care for. And so we're gonna set it up this way, and I'm gonna take you guys along. Now, you can see the cut that I made, and this all started with, I cut all the topsoil off and put it into these piles, and everything in that pile, that's just pure topsoil. And then in my soil, you get down below the topsoil, and then you're into this hard clay. It's hard as a rock out there, but you don't want to build on the topsoil, so you peel all the topsoil and then you cut your shape into your clay, and that's where you start out at. Then obviously I put a little gravel over it to stay out of the mud for the winter. But that process, once this is all done, I can take these piles and put them back and shape it around the house, and that'll be for my backfill to set my final grade. So hope you guys like that and follow along. We're going to be doing some more videos on this project. Thanks for watching.